What's up, everybody? How's it going? It's good to see you guys. It's been a minute. It's been about a month since I've seen you, a little over a month actually. Brittany and I and Oliver, we have been at youth camp all month, and I got to see some of you guys. So our video was a little bit late, but better late than never, I always say, right? You know, that's good. Anyway, God did some amazing things at camp, and those of you I got to hang out with and connect with personally, it was awesome to hang out with you. I'm so proud of what God did in your life, and I pray that God continues to do big things, not just in your life, but your family and your youth group and your job, and I just love camp. But anyway, so a couple things that I want to brag on God about for what He did at camp is, number one would be this: out of our 6 youth camps, so all 5 of our normal camps, and then we added Dream City as number 6, our first time with us. How awesome is that? And between all 6 Arizona youth camps, 1,800 young people, record-breaking attendance. How awesome is that? That's something to give God praise for. As well, 439 people made decisions for Jesus. I think that's something to get excited about. We could stop right here. 439 lives impacted, decisions made, eternities changed at our youth camps this summer. Pretty exciting stuff. And as well, there were 61, check this out, 61 of you came and said, I want to be a campus missionary. 61 students were recruited to be campus missionaries for this next school year. So that's exciting. And also, 22 students decided that they wanted to start a club on campus. So that's pretty exciting. So that's what we're going to be devoting our time to today. So it's pretty exciting. Over 70 students in total said yes, that they want to be a part of Youth Alive this year. So guys, I'm believing God's going to do some big things. And also, what we got to do at camp this year is the first time we've done it, but we got to go to 2 schools in Prescott. We got to go to Prescott Middle School, Mile High, and we got to go to Prescott High School and do some serve projects there. And I'm believing that we made a difference. I'm believing that God opened up doors for us. And so those of you, youth pastors and youth leaders included, that made that possible for us, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Because when the school is healthy, everyone else is healthy, all right? You know what I'm saying? When the school is healthy, when the teachers are healthy, then there's a healthy environment, and that's what we want to see taking place. So thank you very much. So before we get started, I want to announce a couple things to you. What we're going to do, starting on the very first time on July 25th, mark this in your calendar, say July 25th, we are doing our very first school prayer day in Arizona. I'm sure you've done it before, but maybe not. But what we're challenging every single one of you to do is go to your school on July 25th, maybe get your youth group involved in it, just a few friends, who knows. But if you are a campus missionary, if you are starting a club this year, I dare you, I challenge you with everything within me to go to your school this year, July 25th, no matter what time of the day it is. It's a Wednesday, and I dare you to go to your school and lap it. Do a couple laps around the school, maybe go pray on the football field if you can get access to it. But I challenge you to own your school in prayer on July 25th and see what God can do. I'm believing for this to be a statewide thing that students are a part of. And then also, on that day, if you would, take pictures of you praying at your school, because we want, or just take pictures of your school in general, because we want to show people what you're doing. We want to show your story. And so July 25th, get your youth pastor, your youth group, some friends, and just pray at your campus. As a youth pastor, we did this every year, and every time we prayed over a school, we won students from that school in big ways. And so I challenge you, July 25th, go pray at your school, and let's make a difference. Amen? Because if you're going to go, prayer changes things. How many know what I'm talking about? So go pray at the school on July 25th in the name of Jesus. That's going to be awesome. And as well, last thing before I get started is this. We are launching a brand new website for Youth Alive. Hopefully it's going to be live this Friday, actually. So the new address is just ArizonaYouthAlive.com. And from there, it'll be much more clear, much more simple. If you want to start a club on campus, tell your friends about it. If you want to become a campus missionary, it's so much more easy, clear, and we'll have resources and all the curriculum you'll need for your club will be available on there as well. We have some resources that we're going to be allowing for youth pastors, some resources we'll have available for teachers even. So go check it out. It'll be live on Friday, ArizonaYouthAlive.com. Make sure you get to that website, okay? And help share it, okay? You can make a huge difference with that. So, with that being said, what we're going to do is these next 2 months of June and July, we're going to take our focus off of the I Dare You book for a little bit of time, and we're going to be looking at 2 things. Well, actually 1 thing, but in 2 parts. I'm starting a campus club because I believe that this school year we have an opportunity to make a massive difference, and we really want to see all 1,979 schools, all 488,000 students impacted for Jesus, and you get to play a part of that. So we're going to take the next 2 of these talks just to go over what it looks like to start a club on campus and share the vision of a campus club. We got to do this at camp, but those of you who weren't able to be at camp, we're going to go over it again for you here. So as we get started, part 1 of a life-giving club is this. I just want to share the vision with you. So here we go. You ready for this? Arizona, we want to start a life-giving club on every campus. Life-giving being the key word here. So many of you are aware of, and you might know that just because it's existing doesn't mean it's life-giving. So what we want to do, and I feel very passionate about this, is I want to start a life-giving club on every campus. There's 1,979 schools. We've got a long way to go. So in a world where people aren't coming to church like they used to, what if we could take the church to the school and give life to the campus? And so, a couple things. How do we make a life-giving club? Number one idea that we to make a life-giving club. Well, number 1 would be this. Every Youth Alive club, whether you bear the name Youth Alive or you just get resources from us and get coaching from us, number 1 thing would be this. Arizona Youth Alive clubs will be clubs that exist to reach the lost. Be clubs that exist to reach the lost. Excuse me on that one. Forgive me. I can't think of anything more life-giving than introducing somebody to Jesus. That's eternal life right there. What is more life-giving than that? I've been at clubs before where students are offered the opportunity to meet Jesus for the first time, and I've seen it happen. It's amazing when it's there. And also as a youth pastor, anytime a first-time believer, a first-time student would accept Christ, it does something for the youth group that is unexplainable. And I believe that students getting saved on campus will do things for your school and for you that you never thought possible. So Life-Giving Club, number 1, would be a club that exists to reach lost people. Number 2 would be this. A Life-Giving Club is a club that serves the campus. Jesus did not come to serve, but to be served. Forgive me, I messed that up. Jesus did not come to be served, but to serve. So if we want to be the hands and feet of Jesus, we must serve. That is why at camp we went over to the school and we served. To give an example of what it looks like to be the hands and feet of Jesus. If you want to be a leader, you must be a servant. If you're too big to serve, you're too small to lead. So a life-giving club is a club that serves. And so we challenge every club once a month to find something they can do to serve the campus in a small way. And then twice a semester, a big ticket item like we did at camp, like painting the football field or whatever. And we have resources available they're going to be on our website, ideas on how you can serve the school. And if you were like, hey, I want some help on how to serve my school in a big way, then talk to us. We can help you. We want to help you. Let's brainstorm together. And number 3 would be this. Make it personal. A life-giving club is one that is personal. So this is practical here. So my prayer is this. If you want to start a life-giving campus club, it needs to be personal. And so my desire would be this. As a youth pastor, every name was known and everybody got an appropriate touch. I have a buddy in California. He says it like this. Everyone gets either a high five, a handshake, or a hug. And so when we do that, we make it personal. We show them you exist and you matter, and then learn their names. Because listen, a life-giving club is one that builds friendships with people. Jesus is relational. Jesus wants to have a relationship with us. So as a Youth Alive Club, we need to be the hands and feet of Jesus and make what God is doing personal and inclusive. So the 3 things to make the Life-Giving Club: reaching the lost, serving, and personal. Now let's do this. I'm going to give you a couple things right now on the initial steps on starting a campus club, and then we'll be done. Short, sweet, to the point, and then next month we'll get even more practical about what the day-to-day looks like in a club. Okay? So, y'all ready for this? So I have to hold my computer right now because it's about to fall. Because I have it on a stand that is broken. So unfortunate. So the first thing, when you go forward to start a club, the things that I would advise you guys to do is this. Number 1 would be to plan. So plan your team. You're not doing this by yourself. We're better together. You are not an island. So I have teammates. A pastor who's really been a huge help in this will be Hayden Sawyer in Casa Grande. He's a super huge help. Also, I have Pastor Griffin, our DYD. Huge help for me. Encourager, resourcer, idea guy. We brainstorm together. Pastor Hayden helps get funding for clubs, and he's just someone who helps lifts my arm. And so you need to have a team. You don't do this on your own. So if you are not an organizer, you're a dreamer, then find somebody to be an organizer with you. If you're an organizer but not a dreamer, find a friend, find a teammate that can help you. So build a team. And if you have more questions on what it looks like to build a team, email me at cchambliss@azag.org, or hit us up on Instagram. If you have my number, text me, whatever, or comment below, whatever you need to do, and what it looks like to have more plan for a team. I would love to help you. As well is when you plan the initial steps, you get your team, and then you find students who are interested. So right now on our current website, we have a student interest form available. What I would encourage you to do is this. Let's say you want 100 kids to show up at your first club. Then I would print off the student interest sheet. If you want 100 kids, then have 150 people sign up. Does that make sense? So I'm a firm believer that just because someone says they're going to come doesn't mean they always are. As a youth pastor, I always found people will say they're going to come, but about half of the people that say they're going to come actually do. So if you want 100 students to come, I would say get 150 or more people to sign up and say they're interested, write the phone number down and all that. Now, here's why that is important. What you can do with that student interest form is this. You go to when you go to your principal, which we'll get to in a sec, that student interest form will be very important. Now, once you got your student interest and you got people that are like, yeah, I'm down, I want to be a part of that. So one of our girls, Nevaeh in Casa Grande, she must be a crazy networker because she ran with this and she started an Instagram for her club, and already like in 2 days it had 900 followers. I'm like, how did you do that? That's insane. And then also, once you got your students, you got your team, then go to find a teacher to be a host. So whether that be in a classroom or the gym, music room, choir room, whatever, find somebody to be a host. And then step 2 would be to plan a meeting with your principal. So you got your team, you got your students interested, and you got your host. Now go to your principal. Now this is where your student interest form really helps. So if you go empty-handed to your principal and say, hey, this is what we want to do, that's cool, but you'll have much better luck if you can say, listen, I have 150 people that are interested in doing this with us. So now you have something to back you up. So I would take the student interest form with you, and then they're going to ask you, what do you want to do? What is the point of this club? So really have your vision, really have your plan and your purpose for existing, really be there. And so if problems come up, then always reach out to us, email us, hit us up on Instagram. We want to help you, and if there's brainstorming that can happen, problem solving that can happen, your youth pastor, your youth leader, and myself, we're always available. And then the last thing will be this. Once you get approval from your principal, then pick a date, and stick with it, because consistency is key. People will go where there is consistency. So consistency is key. Once you set your date, start and don't change. Sound good? Awesome. Well, I hope that is helpful for you. So what we're going to do is this. Next month in July, we're going to go over part 2 on the practicalities and the logistics of what it would look like to have an actual club. We did a teaching at camp on a mock club, and so we'll do that. This next video, I'll go over with you what a club could look like, and not a definitive, this is what it has to look like, but just an idea for you. So if this is helpful, please do me a favor. Comment below. Let us know if you have questions. DM me on Facebook, either my personal or on Youth Alive. We want to help you as well. You can email me at cchambliss, that's CCHAMBLISS @azag.org. Okay? So whatever we can do to help, we want to help your club succeed. Okay? Now remember this. New website coming up on Friday. If you're not following us on social media, make sure you do that. And then lastly, July 25th is School Prayer Day. Please, I beg you and I urge you and I challenge you, do not miss an opportunity to pray for your campus and see what God could do, because prayer changes things. I'm telling you, it's going to be awesome. So my friends, campus missionaries, club leaders, youth pastors, I love you. I'm praying for you. And this year will be the best year ever. So I dare you to dream big. Think big. Don't think small. Think big. All right? Love you guys. I'll see you next month.